Folks, the chapter head says that. Just show it to them, because they'll say it doesn't exist and everything else. You understand, folks, this is all they do. Everything they're building is so they can do this to you. Okay, they want to kill us. By the way, folks, a lot of white people say, okay, well, let's kill the brown people. Folks, they want to kill you too. Or they want to keep a few of us around. And by the way, eugenics, they brag, is only on the front do they want to increase everybody. That's not true. They want to dumb everybody else down. They want to kill blacks, kill most of the Asians except for the Japanese. They're going to deal with them where they get to live. I mean, this is sick. The Japanese get to live, a few of them, because they say they're, smart enough to join. It's just totally sick. And they've got Israel's in on it. They love hearing about being the elite too. If they buy into that whole idea, it's perfect with Zionism. You got Nazis, weirdo Japanese, and Zionists all working as a team, and we're just totally screwed. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
And it's all out of control in this new century. It's all the science. Bertrand, Russell, and Huxley all write about how now with the advances in science, scientific dictatorship is a reality, basically. It's inevitable.
And now Dick Cheney says we need to legitimize the use of race-specific bioweapons as a politically useful tool.
The systems of control are out of control. I mean,
basically, folks, they're coming to kill us. And I'm talking, and listen, cops 15, 20 years from now, 5 years, whenever it's at, and you're dying in your apartment with your wife and kids, I wish to God you'd have listened to me. Because let me tell you, this stuff is real, man. This is it. Aaron, you want to talk to the people out there listening that don't believe us?
Yeah, and by the way, everywhere where IBM is a nexus point, the Rockefeller family, also a nexus point. Not only are they for
Rothschild.
world government, and Rothschild, basically Rockefeller's the front for the Rothschild.
Yeah.
Rockefeller's behind world government, Rockefeller's behind the UN, Rockefeller's behind eugenics, and it looks like William Gates, the senior, was an admirer of Rockefeller and adopted his philanthropic impulse, his ideas on philanthropy and how to help the populations. And it's being implemented now. I don't know what else to say about it. It's
and the average person, oh, Bill Gates, and I all these pictures with him with black leaders in Africa, and they're all always hugging on him and stuff. It's just sick, man. And these black leaders, they'll get $1 billion grant, they'll keep most of it for themselves. They love it. A lot of them know full well, man, they're killing black people, they're killing Asians, they're killing Latin Americans. By the way, the same globalists want to overrun America with the illegal aliens from Mexico. The illegal aliens think they're winning. No, they're getting rid of you too. You notice that they're setting up all the Planned Parenthood in your country. They're killing your Raza. But you don't care. Just like the yuppies and the blacks and everybody else. As long as you can feel like you're on top of the game, that's all you care about. Stay there, Aaron. We're going to come back with you in a final segment here. God help us. It's just, they're so evil, ladies and gentlemen. But think it's the perfect ideology of killers, because they can kill whoever they want, just go, oh, there's too many of us anyways, life's cheap. See, to them, life isn't just cheap. Life is bad. Human life is bad. A cockroach has more value than we do, as Dr. Peter Singer said. I remember reading a Nazi account of Heinrich Himmler, the head of the Waffen-SS, head of the SS Total, finally went to a death camp in like 43, and they were shooting prisoners in the back of the head, and there were all these dead bodies. He started vomiting and told them to get him out of there. Bill Gates ought to go to Latin America and Africa where they've sterilized these women or where they've given kids shots that are dying. And that little piece of trash should have to bury every one of them. He should have to roll around with those dead bodies. I mean, you just watch him. He's all affected. He didn't build anything. He didn't do anything. He just had it all handed to him so he could be part of a larger front so it wouldn't be a monopoly with IBM. I'm telling you, man, IBM is just pure scum. And I'm telling everybody out there, I pledge to fight these people, and I want you to pledge with me to fight them. We need to stand together against this New World Order, and I'm begging other radio talk show hosts to go do your own research and to come to the realization that we're telling you the truth. And I'm sure you'll find stuff that we haven't found. It's always worse. You can't ever figure it all out. It just gets worse and worse, more and more proof, more and more evil, more and more in your face, more and more duplicitous. I'm begging you, okay? Go and research this and make this a serious issue, bigger than 9/11 truth. Because this is really the key. Everybody says they want to kill us, population reduction. Man, they really do. I want that to burn into your brains real good. This isn't a joke. Frankly, I got a dangerous job, and I'm more than happy to face down serious consequences to warn you, because that's normal, folks. This is serious. And I don't need people to call them, support me or whatever. Oh, let me come help you. You need to go be your own leaders. You need to go research this. You need to expose these people. Aaron, just reading Bertrand Russell, Nobel Prize winner, one of their top planners. It's the same thing I saw in a UN report from the 60s, but this is written earlier, about human sacrifice being good. Tell folks about that.
Yeah, this chapter, Scientific Technique and Oligarchy, it's really worth a read. It's an education in cold, objective.
Oh, read. I could watch that new Galaxy player's good-looking wife. Why should I even care, you know?
I don't know. It's something else. It's all about how scientific dictatorship is completely inevitable. They're going to be able to control us psychologically and physiologically, what we think and do. And it's all about how through education, you heard this quote the other day, through education we'll be able to control everything. Diet injections and injunctions will combine from an early age to produce the sort of character and beliefs authorities consider desirable.
He also says if a youth rebels, they'll just kill him. Where's the quote about the Aztecs, human sacrifice, you were reading to me earlier?
Yeah, that's actually after the other quote we read last week, that gradually, by selective breeding, the congenital differences between rulers and ruled will increase until they become almost different species. A revolt of the plebes would be almost as unthinkable as an organized insurrection of sheep.
We got 30 seconds. Read the part about Aztecs.
And then the next sentence is the Aztecs kept a domesticated alien tribe for purposes of cannibalism as an example. Their regime was totalitarian. And he goes on to talk about how the laboring class will have to work so long and have so little to eat they'll have nothing else to think about. The upper class will become so hardened that they'll have the mentality of ascetics. They'll care only for power and will not shrink from cruelty, and the family will be abolished.
Well, I want the New World Order to know something. And thank you, Aaron. I want the New World Order to know something. You can kill us individually, but you cannot kill our spirit. And we're going to defeat you. And you're going to pay. God bless you all. Folks, you know the cost. You know the score now. You know what we're facing. This is real. It's up to you in the defense of humanity for our species itself, not just our children. These control freaks are drunk with power. They just continue to get away with things generation after generation. They're criminally insane, and they must be resisted. Don't say you weren't warned. Aaron, that's got to be it. It's a 4-part series. Who knows, we'll probably come back with another, but maybe one big series after Endgame's out where we condense it all together. But good job.
Thanks, Alex.
Appreciate the help.
The research will go on.
All right.